Me now, great friend, Senator Ron Johnson from Wisconsin. Senator Johnson, welcome back, sir. As always, I hope you had a chance to hear my riff, but I want to begin our conversation tonight with a very important Washington Times story on you. And I want to quote from this story. Quote, Ron Johnson in familiar territory as underdog in the battle for third Senate term. He is a champion of reducing federal spending. He voted against much of the government spending that economists blame for the biggest inflation rate in 40 years. He opposed Democratic energy policies that have contributed to high gas prices, led his party's effort to investigate the foreign business dealings of Mr. Biden's son, Hunter. He and Senator Chuck Grassley are seeking records about FBI contact with Facebook and other social media platforms to try to block stories about Hunter Biden's laptop computer. And he said, quote, voters are distraught about liberal policies allowing biological males to compete in women's sports and shower in girls' locker rooms. And school administrators want to inject gender-blocking drugs in the arms of their children without telling their parents. Senator Johnson, those are quotes from you, and your basic point as it relates to the story is that people in Wisconsin, at least, are furious that America is in such a state of decline. So, you're the underdog. Let's hear from you, sir.
Well, at least half are, or close to half, are very concerned with what's happening in this country. Larry, in a sane world, this wouldn't even be close. I mean, we would be sweeping Democrats from power. I mean, listen to your opening monologue there. I don't have much to add other than the fact that all this is coming to pass. Their new Green Deal fantasy is being implemented. And so it's on the same day that Gavin Newsom, for example, says that they're going to outlaw gas-powered cars by 2035. He's also telling people, but don't plug in your EVs because it'll shut down our grid. Unfortunately, renewable power, unless it's nuclear, is not reliable. And as you said, the world's economy is powered by fossil fuels, 80 to 85%, and it will be powered by fossil fuels for decades to come. We don't have the rare earth minerals. We simply can't meet the goals that these people are laying out for their green energy fantasies, and it's crippling economies. So this is going to do a great deal of harm. The Biden administration, liberal policies are doing a great deal of harm. Open borders, a flood of deadly drugs, 40-year high inflation. By the way, a dollar you held at the start of the Biden administration is now worth 88.3 cents. Who do you think that's hurting the most? It hurts all of us. But seniors on fixed incomes are really getting crushed. But Larry, when I first ran in 2010, and we met shortly after that, I made two promises. I told Wisconsinites I'd always tell them the truth, and I never vote or conduct myself with my reelection in mind. I have scrupulously honored those promises. But unfortunately, there are a lot of truths that people don't want to hear, and the mainstream media or the lamestream media, they're leftists themselves. We're not operating on a level playing field here. So all this insanity is being pushed on us by the Democrats, by the left, and by the mainstream media, and they are powerful forces to be going up against.
Senator Johnson, in your reelection campaign in Wisconsin, for example, do you hear talk about open borders, illegal immigration, drugs, and fentanyl? This is something we covered in the early days this week when I got back for Labor Day vacation. Fentanyl, open borders, couple million illegals crossing the borders. To me, they're all related. And let me add to that whether folks in Wisconsin, with all that backdrop, are worried about crime. And you've had some very bad crime incidents in Wisconsin. I don't see how you can be the underdog because you've been on the right side of these issues. But you tell me, what are folks telling you?
No, they're talking about all those things. But I call that the list of horribles, caused by Democrat governance. But again, the media is covering up for the Democrat Party, for President Biden, and my opponent. My opponent is a radical leftist who's hiding in sheep's clothing. He thinks the founding of America was awful, that our national parks are racist. He supports all these disastrous policies causing so much pain for Wisconsinites. He wants to defund police. He and Governor Evers want to get rid of release about half of our prison population. He's the guy that wrote the bill didn't pass, but he wrote the bill to let out criminals with no bail. He's a radical leftist, but he's running cutesy little ads. The media does not challenge him. He doesn't do interviews. So that's what we're up against. When you have a complicit and corrupt media that, for example, pushed the Russian collusion hoax, that advocates for the left, it's very difficult to compete against that.
By the way, I guess I think it was it could have been the 1945, but it might have been the 1951 election that Churchill won. Churchill said to Clement Attlee, his socialist opponent, he said, Clement, you're actually a sheep in sheep's clothing. I think that more accurately depicts, because everybody knows that these people are trying not to be what they are, which is far left people. There's a lot of crazies running for the Senate. They're trying not to sound crazy, but they are crazy. They are sheep in sheep's clothing. Anyway, let us move on. What progress, or what can you tell us about another important part of your job, investigations with respect to the Hunter Biden laptop cover-up, with respect to the FBI covering that up, and also with whistleblowers being suppressed? What do we know? Anything new? You've been on this with Chuck Grassley. What can you tell us?
Well, the good news is you do have some of the people with integrity that have knowledge of some of the wrongdoing. They're starting to come forward because they want to restore credibility and integrity to their agencies. So whistleblowers came forward, and Chuck Grassley talked about how the FBI had a scheme in August of 2020 to downplay the derogatory information and Hunter Biden to basically deep six the investigation. We have whistleblowers saying that once they got Hunter Biden's laptop, which, by the way, they took possession of in December 2019, they were told, you will not look at that Hunter Biden laptop, and that we will not change the outcome of this election again. So they obviously know there are partisan actors in the FBI. They're from the left, and they're acting politically. They not only impacted the 2020 election to a far greater extent than Russia ever could have impacted it, but by giving me an unsolicited briefing that's completely necessary and then leaking it to the Washington Post to smear me. There are people here in Wisconsin that believe I'm a tool of Vladimir Putin. Nothing could be further from the truth. But because the FBI leaked that, they're impacting the U.S. Senate race here in Wisconsin in the year 2022. They need to be exposed. They need to be held accountable. And we need to restore credibility to the FBI, the DOJ, and our federal health agencies as well that have done a miserable job dealing with COVID.
Well, so let's get this right. You're against excessive spending, you're against taxes, you're against overregulation, you're against corruption, you're in favor of borders, you're in favor of strong policing, and you're against corruption. You're investigating corruption in Washington. Sounds
something
like
weird happened there.
Wisconsin's got to come around. They will. You always do. Everybody says you're going to lose, but you don't lose.
Wow.
You're going to win. That's what they always say. You're going to be fine. All right? You're going to be just great. Anyway, Senator Ron Johnson, thank you for all those rebuttals and all those thoughts. Good luck on the campaign trail. We will talk soon.